welcome to Making a Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. So I have my weekly spread from Squared Plans. I will link this down below. I also have some washi tape, and I think I got it off of Temu or one of the sites like that, and I haven't used it yet, but I thought I would grab a couple of the skinnier washi tapes. Then I had some leftover stickers from a previous spread, and I decided to just print more. I also had some quote stickers left, and then I have a bunch of month and date stickers that I can use on any spread, and I pulled those out so that I could put those on this week's spread as well. I do have a different background. I'm not sure I love it. It's very similar, but I don't know that I like that the wood grain goes up and down, so I may switch back to the old one, but for now we will just work with it. I did go ahead and print the images a little bit larger than I had previously, and so I don't expect to need a lot of these this week, but I thought I would put the bigger chair down in the bottom right-hand corner and the window up in the upper left-hand corner, and we would just work from there. This week is really going to be heavy in the college area, so I don't want to leave a lot of space where I can overplan my days. Really, all I need are 2 boxes for each day, one for my agenda or my calendar, and the other for my tasks. So as I build my clusters and put the images down, I do want to make sure that I leave at least 2 boxes per day. I don't necessarily have to fill every other available box. For me, I am just focusing on the functionality of my planner, and as long as I have 2 boxes open for the items that I need space for, then we'll be good to go. I do think that I printed this clock out a little too big, and really when I was deciding how large I wanted to print this image, I was thinking about putting it on my daily planner spread instead of this weekly planner spread. So I will play around with it for a while, but it will end up getting taken up because I just did not like the size of the image in comparison to the other images on the page. And although it gets auditioned a few places and it does find a temporary home, it will end up coming off the page. I did go ahead and grab some of the quote stickers. I did want to put something on the page other than just the stickers and the washi tape. I also wanted to put some text just to break up all the task lists and to take up a little bit of that white space. Instead of leaving so much white space this week, I just wanted to fill it up a little bit more so that I wasn't tempted to write lists of things that needed to be done on this spread. There are weeks where I want space to write lists and tasks and everything, but I am still recovering. I'll call it recovering from a really rough October. So I'm trying to ease my way back into real life and all of the tasks that need to be completed. But I know that if I write everything down this week that I have not completed in the last month, it's just going to overwhelm me and send me back to where I am trying to pull myself out from. So the 3 quote stickers that I am going to use on my spread are be who you needed when you were younger. Sometimes all you can do is lie in bed and hope to fall asleep before you fall apart. And the last one that I'm going to grab will say, go for it, whether it ends good or bad, it was an experience. I am going to continue to try to fit the clock on the page, but I am realizing that it is just too big for the space that I have. So instead, I grab the cat in the basket and tuck it down in the corner with that quote. I do like my quote or my box stickers to feel like they're part of the grouping. So there are spots where I am using my undo to lift up the corners of the sticker paper in order to slide the quote sticker underneath. And a lot of stickers that I use on my planner pages come up easily, but the particular sticker paper that I use, it just rips the paper. And I know that it's a combination of the sticker paper and the paper that I print on, but I have quite the stash of both this particular paper and the sticker paper. So I am not willing to try or buy more supplies until I use up some of what I already have. So undo is the way for me to go at this point. And you only need a very little bit of the undo in order to peel the sticker up. The undo bottle, I want to say, was less than $10, but one bottle of Undo easily lasts me over a year. I was debating on leaving the washi tape off the page, but I did decide to go ahead and include it. I don't know that I love the colors, but I really have a problem getting browns that match. They're either too pink or too yellow, or they are actually browns. So I am just going with it. I did cut the washi tape a little too short, so I am just filling it in with a brown marker. But I don't necessarily have a plan for the washi tape other than running this dark brown across the bottom. So we'll have to see if there are more places that I can make it fit, because I'm feeling like the bottom half of the page is very heavy right now, and like there needs to be some more washi tape somewhere else. It just feels unbalanced with the washi tape only at the bottom. While I'm trying to figure out the balance issue, I am going to go through and drop in my month and date stickers. So I do want to drop in the month, so that would be November. And then I will also drop in the dates, which this is the week of November 3rd, and they're kind of scattered all over the place. So I am just going to start pulling from the sheet that is almost completely empty, and then I will go over to this sheet that has a little bit more, but clearly I need to print and cut some additional number stickers. And I am just dropping the number stickers in the boxes that I plan on using for my calendar items. Most of the time, I do put them above the day of the week, so above Monday, Tuesday, etc. But this particular time, I wanted to make sure I knew which box I was planning on using for calendar items, because not every day has an event on it, which is surprising, but also awesome. I am sure that I'm not the only one that has the feeling of overwhelm. So I did decide to bring a little bit of washi tape up under the month. I am going to rip it at an angle just for a little extra interest, and I did not want to run it all the way across the page. I do have to futz with it a little bit in order to get it looking straight. I think I put the month sticker down crooked as well, but you can tell that the washi tape is crooked because the edge of the plaid did not line up with the edge of the page correctly. And I'm still feeling like the page is a little unbalanced, so I am going to come back in and drop in just a little bit more washi tape under that first box. Now it's starting to feel like there's a lot of washi tape on the page, but I think that once I get my lines put in and start writing in the events and the tasks of the week, that things will start to feel balanced again. I think one of the reasons why I'm feeling like it's too much washi tape is just because of how dark it is compared to the other stickers that are on the page. Next, I want to get some lines drawn down so that I can go ahead and put my tasks down on the page. I do not want to fill every line with a task though. So if you have a hard time not filling every line with a task, don't put as many lines down. I did go ahead and put 13 lines down in total, and sometimes I'll put 5 down for making all the plans and 5 down for everything else. But instead, I think I'm just going to leave a little space in between, because some days I may have a lot of making all the plans tasks, and other days I may have more college tasks or home tasks. So I want to be able to just write those out, leave a little bit of space in between each category, and not feel overwhelmed by the list of the day. So because I was feeling like the brown washi tape was a little bit too dark, I am coming back in with this lighter washi tape and just layering it over top, just offset a little bit. This is a floral pattern and I thought it would just lighten it up a little bit, and I think it does exactly what I'm trying to get it to do. I'm not ending it the same place I'm ending the brown, just so a little bit of that brown does peek out at the edges. And the only downfall is when I get up to the top of the page where November is, I don't feel like there's enough room to put this floral on top of the brown. So instead I layer it on the bottom of the brown. And it works out fine, but I would have liked to make it the same all the way throughout the page. And now that I have the basis of the spread down, I can go ahead and actually start planning out the week. I will grab some black boxes from my Colorful Boxes book. I don't believe that this sticker book is still available, but if I find it, I will link it down below. But I will just be putting in these small boxes for the events that I need to pay attention to this week. Monday, my daughter has a nail appointment. Tuesday, we do not have school and it is voting day. We are going to try to hit at least one or two colleges for a visit. We'll see what we can get into. It is a little bit of a late notice for the colleges, so we'll see what we can do. The 5th, we do have an appointment for another college visit, but my son will have to miss school for that one. And then right now, the weekend is pretty free. We'll see if we do a college visit. I have a feeling that we'll go to see a couple this week, and then we'll be able to narrow down what he's looking for pretty easily. We are starting this a little bit later than we were expecting to. We had a plan, but the college that he was looking at is no longer offering the program that he was interested in. So now we are scrambling to find another fit for him. But I guess it's better to find out now than for him to have started and then find out. So I will just get the rest of the calendar items written down. Thankfully, it is a fairly light week. I will end up missing a couple meetings on Tuesday and Wednesday, but I do have plenty of vacation time. I was hoping to take a little trip, but the little trip may just be driving all around Ohio looking at colleges with my son, which I don't ever pass up the quality time with him, but I would love a little bit of a break as well. Once I get these all written in, then we will break out the newly emptied Kanban board. And if you missed my monthly reset, you can go back to that. I will link it down below and find out why I completely started from scratch with my Kanban board. Before I put my black stickers away, I am going to drop in a sticker for making all the plans items, as well as a black sticker for the errands that I need to run this week. If you're new here, I do use a Happy Planner big sized Franken planner. And in my weekly section, I start with my Kanban board and then I move into my weekly sheet where I can break down all of my tasks and assign them to specific days. Then I use the HB90 method for the basis of my planning system. So I do have a whole notebook for just my HB90 stuff, and that includes any tasks that are still waiting to be in progress and those items that are completed. The only thing that actually lives in my planner are the things that I want to work on this week. So the only thing slightly confusing about this system is that now that I am recording this video a little bit earlier than I normally do, I will have some Sunday tasks that are the Sunday prior to this week starting on my Kanban board. And I am okay with that. I was struggling getting the video recorded and edited on Monday morning, so this is going to work much better for me, and I feel like it will work better for you since these videos are usually up a little bit earlier now and you can plan alongside of me. Each goal that I have defined for the quarter has a different set of tasks assigned to them. So this is my making all the plans board and it has all of November's tasks on it. I have moved all of this week's tasks that I need to focus on into my planner, which serves as my in progress Kanban board. My second goal revolves around our basement remodel, and I will just pick a couple items and move those over as well. Our basement remodel got pushed back to at least December, so it's not as big of a hurry, but there are still plenty of things that I need to complete, and I would definitely like to have them done before December 1st. Then I mentioned that we were heavy into all of the college process items, and I will just move a few of those items over as well. Before we flip to the last page, which are things that I want to hire out. I did hire somebody to come plant the bushes. I went and picked the bushes out. They just have not been planted yet. So I'm putting that on the Kanban board because I do need to call and follow up to see if they will be planting them this fall or if we will be having to wait until the spring. So next I'm going to take all of my making all the plans items and move those over to my sidebar. I like to have them front and center so that even if I miss a day, they're still right in my face right there on the sidebar. Hopefully that makes sense. But then I do go through and break them down into their subtasks and assign those to specific days as well. In the past, I have put some holiday planners together. If that's something you're interested in, could you let me know down below? I am debating on whether or not I am going to put one together this year. The other things that I like to put in my sidebar are the errands that I need to run, and I do know that I have some Amazon returns, and I need to go to Maurice's to make a return as well. That is not super close, so I need to make sure that I plan time. I believe that there is one on our way to the college visit on Wednesday, so hopefully that will work out. So now I'll just work down each item in the sidebar, taking into consideration the items that I already have scheduled, and break everything down into their subtasks and assign them to a day. So the first thing on my list is that holiday planner printable, and I need to finalize that or update it from last year. There are a few changes that I wanted to make, and then I want to start recording that video for the holiday planner as well. I do foresee there being two parts, one where I'm talking to the camera and one where you're looking down at the planner. So I do schedule those separately since I like to have my hair and makeup done and things like that when I'm talking to the camera. I do like to try to record a video the day before I edit a video, simply because it does take time to transfer footage from my phone to my computer in order to do the editing. One thing I will admit about my weekly plan is that I do not come back to this spread every day during the week. I tend to look at it on the days that I work at home, but not necessarily the days that I am in the office or on days that I'm traveling. For example, when my son and I go on these college visits, I probably will not look at this planner spread. However, on the days that I am working at home, I will open my planner spread and plan out the day, either in just a notebook on a sheet of paper or in my Hobonichi cousin. But just by making this plan, I pretty much know when everything needs to happen. If I do forget or I get overwhelmed, I will get my planner out and look at this plan. But I try to keep this pretty skeletal and not write down all the little itty bitty things that need to be accomplished, like responding to a teacher or paying a particular invoice or anything like that. Those things go on the daily planner and tend to just get pushed forward if I don't get them completed. I have tried working without a weekly plan, and that just doesn't go well for me. So I do like to take the time and lay everything out, see what's in front of me, make sure there's no events conflicting with each other or that my daughter needs a ride somewhere or anything like that. But once I get my making all the plans items broken down and assigned to dates, I will also go back through and take the rest of those Kanban board items and assign them to days. I will keep this a little bit flexible this week since I need to know what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday before I can move forward on other college items. But I would also like to do some basement items this week. Probably most of them will happen on the weekend. Doubtful that I will have additional time. I do have a day off next week, so hopefully I will be able to hit either the basement or outside if it's nice. But there is a lot going on. There is a lot that needs to be done. I am trying to make sure that I hit the highest priority items, which is my son's college stuff right now. So that will be the focus of this week, probably next week as well. We will continue to work on applications and things like that, but it's not just my energy level that we're planning around at that point. So I will get my spread put into my weekly section of my planner, and then I'll be ready to start the week off. If you like this video, I hope you like and subscribe. I'm really getting excited about planning my planners and my system for next year, so I hope you join me for that. But I hope that everybody has a wonderful week and a productive week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.